My name is Jose Lopez. I'm here with Melissa.
Yeah.
Hey, Melissa.
What's up?
Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about conventions, rules, and the actual stuff that happens in the convention room. People are like, man, we really got to lay down these rules.
Yeah, I'm very anal about those rules.
Okay.
I'm the worst at it. I was so scared of falling on Cody. Like, I was terrified.
I remember for our hotel rooms, whenever we get a hotel, depending who the company goes with, like, say, for example, if we bring females into the room, we have this really, really strict rule not to bring anybody to the room.
No one else.
No one else. We don't bring strangers in there. Reason being, because we did this one time back at an Acon. We brought back some random people. One of our guys ended up getting robbed. Somebody went through their bags, took a couple of their stuff, and then left the room.
And then another accident that we had in one Onicon, somebody brought underage people into a room where we had alcohol, and they were giving them alcohol without asking us. So
that caused a big fiasco.
Yeah, that was a huge issue we had. Like, so we don't allow people to bring stranger danger.
That's one of those things, like,
yeah.
There's unspoken rules, and, like, society has them also, but I think we now have to write it down. Do not drug or give alcohol to underage minors, and without consent, don't put your penis in.
What? Yeah, don't do that, please. We had that issue with that same person that brought the minors, ended up getting us in a lot of trouble.
I'm
because
not saying any names here.
I'm not gonna bring any names. I hate that person now. So let's just end it with that.
Oh yeah, we're not your parents, but tell us where the freak you are going. Like, hey, I'm gonna run off with a stranger. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Are you gonna stay in the hotel at least? Are you leaving to this person's house?
Yeah, like that was an issue before, and I'm not gonna name any names.
Not gonna name any names here,
but that is like one of the most horrible things you can do to somebody that is your friend and is worried about you, and then you just decide to go to some random stranger's room and don't even tell them anything about it. You're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go chill in the room. All right, well, you get killed, and maybe we'll find you tomorrow, dropped in a ditch. Maybe there's a chance.
A wise man once said to me, this wise man's name's Hoyt, by the way, I've lost track of you. I couldn't find you. Congratulations, you just got murdered and raped in that order.
Exactly.
Oh man, I'm never going to forget that quote. Because he was in charge of, like, a group of girls from one of the high schools. This was way back in the day. He was watching over them. Well, one of them decides to just wander off by herself, and no one knew where the heck she was. Mind you, this wasn't in the hotel. This was out and about, out in the streets, where the creepy homeless people are running around. And God knows what else is there.
Drugs, murder, I don't know, Cthulhu. Drop everything in there. Everything to be there.
You don't know what you're going to bump into.
Yeah, you don't know.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the hotel room, because this is a big issue. I've had this issue, not with you guys, or not with our crew, but with another little back in the day thing. If you have paint, you wear paint, like in your cosplay or in your costume or whatever, and you shower, this stuff gets everywhere. I'm talking about a Homestock cosplayer too. Paint's like not scraped off properly.
Yeah.
And man, oh man, it was a mess.
And that's because
I'm the one coming in after them too.
And that's because they don't use the right paint. You gotta know what paint you're using, or else you're just gonna harm everybody around you and yourself.
Speaking of harm, the movie Mad Max came out. Apparently, people think it's perfectly fine to get chrome paint and spray it on your mouth.
Oh my god!
I'm like, every time I hear that, I'm like, yes, you should definitely get chrome paint and just spray your mouth.
Spray it in your mouth, please.
You'll be fine.
This is natural selection at its best, and I believe we should do it. Natural selection will happen.
Other rules: don't bring people to the room, of course.
Yeah. So don't bring people to the room because
even if you want to, do the dirty with them.
Yeah. Especially you want to do dirty with them because sometimes those assholes will lock the room, and I'm not going to say any names, but they just lock the room and they don't even tell you. They're just like, yeah, we're busy, and I'm like, oh my god. That happened to somebody, I know. That shall not be named either.
No one, not saying any names here.
That somebody did that shall not be named, but he's trash, so.
Ooh.
He's trash for doing that. I should not be named. The reason why I hate it the most is because I'm just really awkward around new people. So just having like random strangers in the room is like the most uncomfortable feeling ever because I'm already dealing with strangers all around the con, and then coming to the room and deal with most strangers is like you took away whatever comfort zone I had. It's taken away. It's gone.
Popped my bubble. How dare you pop my bubble?
They popped my bubble, and then that one girl that they brought to the room, her feet were near my figures. Her feet were near my figure.
Oh, I do not remember this.
Yes, like I bought figures and I set them up on the little night table and I was all happy because I had just bought them. So we left and then we come back and there's two random girls just chilling there and her feet are near my figures.
I remember. I think I remember this.
I was so upset because I was like, her feet better not touch my figure. I'm gonna try her face. I'm very protective of my figures.
I don't think people these. All right, you don't have to tell things to people. I'm like, look, don't rub your feet on me. I'm really disgusted by them. Like, hey, put some clothes on when we fall asleep. Like, we're in a room. People need to be told to not do something. It's weird. It's kind
like
of a habit, disgusting, nasty kind of thing.
Yeah, well, what you think will be common sense and common courtesy, because you're with somebody else. People don't do it. You have to tell them.
There's another thing. Like, say, for example, you have like really expensive cologne, and somebody decides it's an air freshener for the toilet whenever they poop.
Oh God!
And next thing you know, you're gone a quarter of the bottle.
I remember.
They stop producing it, and it's just like, ugh.
I remember I went in the bathroom. I was like, "This place smells like Jose."
Why does it smell like Jose farted in here?
This place smelled. It smelled nice, but I was like, "This place smells exactly like Jose." And then I was like, wait a second. Oh, I know what they do.